Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you are in the world. My name is Mr. Jason, and today I have a read aloud for you. Today's story is The Empty Pot, written and illustrated by Demi. The Empty Pot is a story about a little boy by the name of Ping, who thoroughly enjoyed planting and growing different plants and fruits and vegetables, even trees. He's not the only one that enjoyed that. The emperor of the country that he lived in also enjoyed planting flowers. So much so that he proposed a test for all the children in his kingdom. His time as emperor was coming to a close and he needed to find a new successor. So he gave each child of the kingdom a seed. And he told each of these children to plant this seed, and whoever has the biggest, bestest flowers or plants in a year's time will become the new emperor or empress. Now, Ping had a hard time with his seed, but it didn't seem like anybody else did. But there's one thing the emperor did not tell the children a year before they showed up in front of him again. So join me as we explore another story, The Empty Pot, and read alouds with Mr. Jason.
The Empty Pot, written and illustrated by Demi. A long time ago, in China, there was a boy named Ping who loved flowers. Anything he planted burst into bloom. Up came flowers, bushes, and even big fruit trees, as if by magic. Everyone in the kingdom loved flowers too. They planted them everywhere, and the air smelled like perfume. The emperor loved birds and animals, but flowers most of all, and he tended his own garden every day. But the emperor was very old. He needed to choose a successor to the throne. Who would his successor be, and how would the emperor choose? Because the emperor loved flowers so much, he decided to let the flowers choose. The next day, a proclamation was issued. All the children in the land were to come to the palace. They would be given special flower seeds by the emperor. Whoever can show me the best in a year's time, he said, will succeed me to the throne. This news created great excitement throughout the land. Children from all over the country swarmed to the palace to get their flower seeds. All the parents wanted their children to be chosen emperor, and all the children hoped that they would be chosen too. When Ping received his seed from the emperor, he was the happiest child of all. He was sure he could grow the most beautiful flower. Ping filled the flower pot with rich soil. He planted the seed in it very carefully. He watered it every day. He couldn't wait to see it sprout, grow, and blossom into a beautiful flower. Day after day passed, but nothing grew in his pot. Ping was very worried. He put new soil into a bigger pot. Then he transferred the seed into the rich black soil. Another 2 months he waited. Still nothing happened. By and by, the whole year passed. Spring came, and all the children put on their best clothes to greet the emperor. They rushed to the palace with their beautiful flowers, eagerly hoping to be chosen. Ping was ashamed of his empty pot. He thought the other children would laugh at him because, for once, he couldn't get a flower to grow. His clever friend ran by, holding a great big plant. "Ping," he said, You're not really going to the emperor with an empty pot, are you? Couldn't you grow a great big flower like mine? I've grown lots of flowers better than yours, Ping said. It's just this seed that won't grow. Ping's father overheard this and said, You did your best, and your best is good enough to present to the emperor. Holding the empty pot in his hand, Ping went straight away to the palace. The emperor was looking at the flowers slowly, one by one. How beautiful all the flowers were, but the emperor was frowning and did not say a word. Finally, he came to Ping. Ping hung his head in shame, expecting to be punished. The emperor asked him, Why did you bring me an empty pot? Ping started to cry and replied, I planted the seed you gave me and I watered it every day, but it didn't sprout. I put it in a bigger pot with better soil, but still it didn't sprout. I tended it all year long, but nothing grew. So today, I had to bring you an empty pot without a flower. It was the best I could do. When the emperor heard those words, a smile slowly spread over his face, and he put his arms around Ping. Then he exclaimed to one and all, I have found him. I have found the one person worthy of being emperor. Where you got your seeds from, I do not know, for the seeds I gave you had all been cooked. So it was impossible for any of them to grow. I admire Ping's great courage to appear before me with an empty truth, and now I reward him with my entire kingdom and make him emperor of all the land.
You see, that emperor pulled a quick one on those children. All the seeds were cooked. But each and every one of those children, except for Ping, of course, had a plant, had a flower, had something to show the emperor. Well, it turns out Ping was the one that was chosen to be the new emperor of the country. And all he did was stay true to himself and do what was asked. I hope you enjoyed that story. For your extension, I want you to go find a seed, find a pot, find some soil, put it all together and see what you can come up with. Make sure that the seed isn't cooked. Thank you again for joining me for another Read Aloud. I had a blast, as I always do. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment a book down below that you would like for me to read in our next Read Alouds together. I can't wait to read again with you soon. And don't forget, keep reading.